Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laetitia. Today in this video I'm going to be sharing everything I wish I knew about labor and birth. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. So I had a natural birth. I've made a video about that story, so if you want to check it out, I'll just link it somewhere on the screen. I really learned so much about birth, like while I was pregnant, even before getting pregnant, but especially when I was pregnant. I really wanted to get ready and I was thinking about birth. But I did not think about what would happen after I gave birth, and I really want to share the experience I had. One thing I was very getting worried about when I was getting to the end of my pregnancy was tearing. My midwife said, you will tear, like there is a good chance that you will tear, and I want you not to be scared of that. There's a good chance that it would happen, and if it doesn't, it's great, but if it happens, it's fine, because most women tear. So I was like, I really don't want to though. So I tried everything to learn how not to tear, but I did. Once your baby is born, they will have to stitch that tear up. Let me tell you, that was like one of the worst moments of my natural birth story. Like really, I did not enjoy that moment at all. First, you can't stay with your baby, so my baby was with my husband, and they were behind me, so I could barely see my baby, and all I cared about at that moment was my baby. Like that's all I cared about. That part was under local anesthesia, but I could still kind of feel what was going on, and honestly it really hurt. It was very uncomfortable. I had 2 stitches, and it was just the most uncomfortable feeling to be lying there, and my baby was out, and I was like, I don't want to be laying down like with my 2 legs apart. Like, it just felt so uncomfortable, and it's also kind of it was also kind of painful, to be honest. So I really did not enjoy that, and I did not really get ready for this. So just bear in mind that it will happen. If you do tear, they will have to stitch you up, and it's not the best moment. I've heard some women say that they didn't feel anything or whatever. Let me know what happened for you, especially if you had no medication given to you during your birth. Like, did you feel the stitches? How did it feel for you? I would love to know what was your experience. So the next thing that I had no idea about is that they will want to see you go to the bathroom. They will ask you to pee and to shower, and they will have to look at you. I had a natural birth. I did not have any medication, so I was able to get up pretty quickly after birth. So they asked me to get up, go pee and have a shower, and they looked at me and they were like, okay, she can do it. And I was like, wow, my dignity is just out the window. Like, those people saw me do everything today. At that moment you won't care that much, to be honest, because it's just so much. Like, they just saw you naked, like whatever. But just thinking about it, I'm like, whoa. I was just showering and peeing in front of 2 women. Great, that was awesome. But yeah, they just need to make sure that you can pee and that you can shower and that everything is fine. They'll check if you're bleeding and everything. So just so you know, that will happen. As someone who does not feel super comfortable showing my body, it's kind of crazy how just carefree I was at that moment, and I was like, whatever. You also have to deliver the placenta. So what happened is they wanted me to push a little bit, but if you watched my natural birth story, you know that even pushing my baby was super hard for me. So pushing the placenta, I was like, what am I pushing? Well, how am I supposed to do that? So I tried to push, but nothing was coming out. So they had to do, I think they call it a fungal massage, if I'm not mistaken. When I hear massage, I think it's going to be super nice, and you know, comfortable. Oh my gosh, it really was not comfortable at all. Like I really did not enjoy that feeling. It was very uncomfortable, and they just kind of, you know, pushed it from my belly. And it was not like rough or anything, but it was really uncomfortable. I did not enjoy that at all. But they have to deliver it if you can't deliver it yourself. I think it's like within 30 minutes after your baby's out that they need to do that for health reasons. So they like literally massaged it out of my body, and it was not the most comfortable experience. So just so you know, get ready for that, because usually when you watch those birth vlogs, they will not show you that part, but it will have to happen. Okay, it will have to happen. And just get ready for that, because it is part of birth. Also, you have to deliver the baby, and then you have to deliver the placenta as well. So also that's before you give birth, but if your water break, because they also can break your water for you, but my water broke, and it broke like crazy, like it was a big gush of water. But although it was such a big gush of water, honestly, my water kept on leaking very heavily throughout the entire birth. Like my water broke at midnight, and my water was still leaking even right before my baby came out. It was still leaking. Like, I don't know how many pads I used, but oh my gosh, it was just leaking forever. Like hours and hours of water leakage. So just get ready for that. I expected that to happen if I just had a little bit of a leak, but I thought that if you had the big gush, then that's it. But no, your water will still be leaking for hours and hours until your baby comes out. So I thought that was something I never knew that before. With all the videos that I had watched, I still didn't know about that fact. So if you didn't know, let me know in the comment section. And also let me know if that happened to you, if it was the same experience for you, or if it was completely different, and once your water was out, it was out for good. Okay, one other thing, so I've heard lots of women say you may not feel bonded to your baby immediately, it may take some time. That was not my experience with my baby, but something that happened that I was kind of surprised is that when my baby was born, I did not shed one tear. I did not cry. I was not even emotional. And I'm still like, why that happened? But the thing is, whenever I think of that moment, I think that I felt relieved, that I felt content, that I felt at peace. And it was not a moment when I wanted to cry. It was a moment when I was like, okay, finally you're here. I can be your mommy. I can be your mommy. That's it. That's what I felt. But I was very surprised that I wasn't crying. I thought I would cry and, you know, be so emotional that it was like just overwhelming. But I don't know. I don't know. Did you guys cry when your baby was born? I cried at so many birth vlogs. It was just insane. And then when my own baby was born, I did not shed one tear. But oh my gosh, let me tell you, I did cry like the next few days and weeks. But I'll definitely share more about that in my postpartum experience video. So I will link it somewhere here. It's not filmed yet, but you will like that video if you enjoyed this one. So yes, these were the things that I wish I had known before giving birth. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you wish you would have known before giving birth. And if you have any questions, if you have not given birth yet, please tell me what is your due date. I would love to know. And that is it for today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.